Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today, uh, as a part of this video, we are just gonna explore what is cloud computing actually and what is cloud actually. If you are a part of my YouTube channel, so you may know that I have built some projects on AWS, but I haven't cleared what is cloud computing and what is cloud actually. So, as a part of this video, we are exploring what is cloud, what are the services provided by the cloud from the basics. Okay, there are some deployment modules as well. So, without further delay, we are going to start this video. Make sure you check out the link in a description where I mentioned this PDF OneDrive link and refer it as well as let me know that the PDF is actually good or excellent. So let's start the video. So let's jump into your screen. Okay, I think my screen is visible. Yes. Okay. So what is cloud computing is actually? So for to jump into that, let's first explore what is cloud. So yes. So yes, as you see, what is cloud? A cloud, cloud is a term. Cloud is a term that refers to an internet or a network. So, in simple word, we can say that cloud is something present virtually in some availability zone. So, v- virtually as well as physically. As we see, we have storage services in our local system as well. But why we can't use it remotely? So, cloud is a solution for that. We use storage, we use services, we use networking services, we use our everything hosted on a cloud, but it's basically a remotely available. We can access it from anywhere. If I am in India and my server and hosted in US East 1, so I can use my application which is deployed on US East 1, but remotely. Okay, so somewhere it is available. Our deployment application is available in a server, but in some region, in some region, uh, in physical. Like in physical machine, we store all services, but but we are accessing it over multiple region using remote servers. Okay, so that's it for the cloud. As the word says, cloud is something present in a remote location, provides services over the network. That is public networks. So, or in private network as well. So, somewhere our services is available for public, somewhere for private. For example, our services is we are using cloud services, and then our application is hosted somewhere in private. So, only our organization is going to utilize everything or use this application which is deployed on a server somewhere. So there are some network protocols as we see in a computer network topic, that there are some server protocols like uh, wide area networks, local area networks within a virtual private network as well. So that's it for a cloud. And term is like what is cloud computing actually? So cloud computing is a delivery of various computing services like servers, storage, databases, networking, softwares, and analytics over the internet. So cloud computing is this, it is like a service provided to a user for which type of services are provided by the cloud. So there are some services like servers. We rent a server, we rent a storage, we rent a database, we rent a networks protocol where our application is hosted on some network. So and softwares, and there are some internet protocols as well. We rent. So I have I will show you like if we first look at the term cloud. So, like we just got to know like cloud is something like storage services, but not only the storage, not only limit cloud is not limited for the only storage, but also cloud provides services, networking, and database services as well. So when you use cloud computing, your data and application are hosted on a remote server. Okay, so when we got to know like cloud computing, your data and your application is hosted somewhere in a remote server in physical manner. So there are lots of physical servers available, but we are accessing the servers remotely over our region and make a use of it. So that's it. So that's it. Cloud computing is so maintained by the cloud provider. Like there are many more cloud service provider as well. As I mentioned, some major one cloud services provider. So like Google Cloud, Amazon Web Services is as we mentioned. I have some knowledge of Amazon Web Services as well. So and Microsoft has their own cloud, like which is known as Azure. So cloud computing is rental services. Like we can rent the services from a cloud. We can host our application. We can deploy our application. We can make it private. Make it. We can attach this database from the cloud services. So that's all comes under cloud computing. So the image shows like cloud computing, we rent a notebook, we can rent a mobile, we use it cloud computing like a mobile, like most of the famous example, most of the common example is like OneDrive storage. We use it daily. OneDrive storage is also cloud platform, cloud service. So there are many more, and like servers, database, networks, all are the services of the cloud computing. So okay. Okay, so after cloud computing, like we have to explore what are the models, what are the services of the cloud. So there are some certain services and model working behind the scene, like backbone of the cloud computing, making working behind the scene, making the cloud computing feasible and accessible at end user. So for the end user, there are some deployment models and service models working behind this cloud computing as a backbone of the cloud computing, which makes cloud computing a feasible and accessible for end user. So okay, what is deployment model? Deployment model define the type of access to the cloud, like which type of access we have of cloud. Like we say cloud is available, but we which type of user you are. Like if we have we are a part of our we like I have I am a part of the large organization. Which type of cloud I am using? So there are certain types of cloud available. So cloud can have four type of access. First we explore public cloud. So what is public cloud? Public cloud is nothing but the service and infrastructure are owned in public cloud. Service and infrastructure are owned and managed by the third party providers like AWS, Azure, and Cloud, Google Cloud. So those are the some infrastructure owned companies like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. They have their own public cloud. They provide the services across the world to the users. If a user want the access of EC2 instance, AWS Cloud can have the service to provide publicly available to a user. So resources are shared across the multiple cloud users and organization. So resources of the public cloud are shared across the multiple users. So because this is a public cloud, so multiple user can access the uh, like if my organization hosted some website over the cloud, so user of this organization are are open to use the application over the public cloud. Okay, so public cloud is cost effective because you only have to pay the services for those services which we used. Okay, suppose my application is deployed on EC2 instance, so I only have to pay for this particular EC2 instance with two CPUs, 8 GB, 8 GB RAM and all. So only have to pay for those. Okay. The public cloud is highly scalable and easy to access over the internet. Like AWS cloud is easy to access. We can manage, we can handle every services of the AWS. And this is available over the internet. Email is one of the famous example of the public cloud owned by the Google. So this is one of the services of the Google Cloud, which provides the service publicly available for all users. Okay. Okay. Private cloud. uh, Private cloud is available for certain types of organization or company which has their own infrastructure, and they are like they want to use their infrastructure for their own. So cloud infrastructure is dedicated for a single organization. If the organization don't want to make anything publicly available, so some companies are there available. They just gonna they upload their own uh, application over the private cloud. So it can be hosted on premises or by third party provider. There are some third party cloud service provider as well. So they are hosted their uh, application or anything websites and all. They host their own application on premises, like on premises availability is there. So in private cloud, we have greater control, security, and customization. Because it's private, so no one outside the organization can access the private cloud, and it makes private code secure and customizable. So ideal private cloud is ideal for organization with strict privacy and regulatory requirements. Okay, so private cloud is strict with privacy and regulatory with requirements. Okay, as you see in a diagram, private cloud is a company owned on-premises cloud for organization, and it provides customizable availability as well security. Third type of a cloud deployment is nothing but a hybrid cloud. So hybrid cloud, as the name says, hybrid. So combination of public and private cloud connects for data and application sharing. Some organization are using hybrid cloud, which they combine some service. They use public cloud for some services, and for the database or privacy of some type of privacy content, it may using uh, private cloud. So it may allow businesses to keep sensitive data in a private cloud while leveraging the public cloud for scalable computing. So like there are some private data available for the organization. They can host it over the private cloud, and some services they taken by public cloud like AWS or Azure. So it provides a offers of flexibility and cost efficiency. So that's it. And hybrid cloud is useful for disaster recovery as well, because we have a backup in private cloud. If we got to know that any disaster happened with the public cloud data. So in this case, disaster recovery, uh, hybrid cloud plays important role. Last type of cloud deployments model is community cloud. This is a shared among the all users, shared by several organizations with common concerns. Like if two companies or two organization are using or are handling the same concern with security or compliances, so they can use a community cloud to manage. organization third party application, offers a balance between shared resource and individual privacy. It provides a balance service between resource, shared resource, and individual privacy. Like individual privacy is going to protected by this community cloud. Here are some several service models, which are the most popular one. Service models are a reference model on which the cloud computing is based. Is this is also one of the backbone of the cloud computing, which is services compatible with cloud computing. So first service provider to cloud computing is like infrastructure as a services. What is it? Like we have a big question. What is the infrastructure? What is the so what is the we got to know like services, but what is the infrastructure as a service? So what is it? It provides a basic IT infrastructure like virtual servers, storage, and networking over the internet. Infrastructure as a services only got to provide the infrastructure like virtual servers, storage, and networking over the internet. Infrastructure is only like infrastructure only provided by the infrastructure as a services like virtual machines to storage. What you manage? You can control operating system, applications, and data. The infrastructure services in infrastructure services we can operate our system, applications, and data as well. So cloud provider manage the physical servers and virtualization as well. So in infrastructure as a services we can virtualize our machine and create multiple cloud users over the machine, and we are only able to manage the infrastructure. Okay, there are some certain examples like in AWS there is EC2 service which is known as a elastic cloud computing service, which is lets you to rent virtual servers to run your own software. We if you want to run our own software, so EC2 service may uh, useful for such purposes in Microsoft Azure services, and Google Cloud Engine are also has infrastructure as a service provider service as well. Okay, so next one is a PaaS, which is nothing but the platform as a services. So what is it? Platform as a services provides a complete platform like tools, frameworks, and runtime to develop, test, and deploy application without managing the underlying hardware as well. So platform as a service provides you a platform like tools with frameworks with runtime and development, testing, deployment application within hardware or operating system. So platform as a service provides you the platform to focus only on application, focus only on data, focus only on the test environment, focus only on uh, everything else, everything else like servers, networks, and operating system malware. So what is managed? You focus only on application, data. The provider handles everything else. Like provider like AWS, GCP are the platforms which are going to manage everything. We just have to render services and use it. Okay. Uh, in which in platform as a services we rent services and manage it by own. Okay, there are some examples. Google App Engine has their deploy apps without worrying about infrastructure. We don't want to worry about which operating system is going to use, uh, what are the uh, applications and storage data we are using. We just want to deploy it over the over the platform. Okay. Next one is the software as a services. This is one of the popular platform services contained by the cloud computing. So software as a services is delivers fully functional software over the internet. So software as a services provide has a name suggests, so software, it provides a software. It delivers a fully functional software over the internet users simply have to log in and use the app. No installation, no maintenance is needed. So there are some services like OneDrive. We are the daily user of those services. Email and many more services we use daily, but we are not what we say we are not people who manage those services. Okay, so software as a service is the one of kind of the services. So we just use the software. Everything else like infrastructure, what platform it is using, we don't want to worry everything. We just want to use it. So as we see in an example, uh, Google Workspace. In Google Workspace, there are Gmail and Google Docs as well. It give us a access only. We know we just go and use the service. We don't need to uh, take attention of anything like what kind of infrastructure this is using, what kind of platform is service is hosting on. So everything is else is taken care by the service provider. Okay, there are some certain example as well. So Salesforce Cloud is it, Dropbox, Netflix, Slack are other some popular software as a service apps. Okay, so that's it for the services. Let's move to the some advantages and disadvantages of the cloud computing. As you see in the screen, there are a lots of advantages. There are some limited disadvantages, although they are also not at disadvantages. Okay, so first look at the advantages. Lower computing cost. As we host our application on a public cloud, it cost us limited uh, is it costs us a limited services and for a limited cost for the limited services as well. So we only have to pay what we use. Okay, improves the performance of our application. It improves the performance of the application if we host our application over the cloud platform. So it reduced the software cost. Instant software updates are available. Improves the document format capability. Unlimited storage capacity. If we increase cost, we will increase storage as well. So increase data reliability. l- Latest version availability. Like if there is any update available or there are any services add-on taken by the some provider cloud service provider, instant update is available. So easier group collaboration. We can collaborate over the use multiple users of our organization with easiest way. And device independency. So we no need to worry like which operating system we are using. We just go deploy our application and it may available for the across the multiple operating system. So what are the disadvantages? Requires a constant internet connection. So cloud computing requires a constant internet connection as well. So does not work well with a low speed connection. So if like if our server if our application is deploying on a server in a server in a in a multiple region. So if one of the region is has their internet downtime, so with a low speed it doesn't work. Okay, so features might be limited. So uh, for some applications there are features are some features are might be limited, but we can utilize it fully. So can be slow. Sometimes it can be slow because a lots of servers are there, but a lots of application as well. So stored data can be lost. So in some case, nowadays not, but in some case, stored data may be lost. Okay, stored data might not be secure. So if our application is hosted on public cloud, so our stored data is not might be secure. So okay, that's it for the PPT. Okay, I think yeah, I'm able to conclude you like what is cloud computing and what is cloud actually, what are the deployment models, what are the services provided by the cloud. So in summary, I want to clear that like cloud computing is nothing but the service like we what we like if in a bank we deposit our money, they just storing our money like they are able to and they are responsible for our data or money. So in a simple word we can say bank rents us, we are renting their services as well, no? Like we are storing our money for the security, and they are just providing us services. So cloud computing is just like that. Cloud computing, they are a service provider. They provide the storage service. They provide us like a networking service as well. They provide us what we say. There are many more services like now. Each and every service provided by the cloud. So we just want to rent those, and everything is available. Everything is managed by the cloud. Okay. So I think what is cloud computing is clear to you, and let me know in a connect comment section like if you are facing some difficulties to understand what is cloud. I am able to like I will give a response to each and every comment, and okay. So that's it for our video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to let me know you are liking my content, and moving forward with lots of content and project over the cloud platforms like Microsoft Azure or AWS. So that's it for the video. Bye bye.